Hey Brian, how you doing? My name is Rudkowski, WRC.
How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you so very much.
How does it feel winning this award?
It's very gratifying. It really is. I mean, I think you get engaged in doing something you believe in, and the truth of the matter is you'd do it if nobody was watching. But the fact that people are and that it gets recognized, it's very rewarding.
I really appreciate the feature-length kind of in-depth looks you guys take a look on HBO, and I was wondering, how has social media, how has the internet changed journalism for you in the last couple of years?
Wow, I'm tempted to say it's left me behind. It really has. I mean, I'm of a different generation. I'm closing in on my 65th birthday. So I don't tweet, and I'm probably not up to speed on most social media. It really hasn't changed what we do that much. It's changed the response of the audience. We've tried to make it possible for the audience to voice an opinion about what we do and to participate to a greater extent. But in terms of the nuts and bolts of what we do, it hasn't changed that much.
Now, I ask many different journalists this question. And I know you mostly deal with sports, but I was really interested, who do you think runs the world?
You mean besides my wife?
Yes, besides your wife and my girlfriend.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that I could give kind of a smart-ass answer to, or I could give a popular answer and everybody would say, yeah, I knew he felt that way. I suspect that's one that's very difficult to work. I do think there are areas of influence that we could argue about who has the most, but probably the usual suspects, who runs the world, financiers, banks, global leaders, opinion makers. I don't know. I mean, all of them have a hand in it. Yeah. Just what percentage each of them exercise is open to debate.
It's very unclear. One last question. I know you had personal experiences with Barack Obama before, and with the difference between mainstream media and online media, people seem to be a lot more critical of Obama online. They talk about the NDAA and his kill list and his protection of Monsanto and the big bankers and the financiers. I was wondering, from your personal experiences, what are your thoughts on those important issues that are not really talked about?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be able to give you an answer that you're going to be able to air because I'd have to edit it so terribly in order to make it possible for you to air it that it wouldn't make any sense. I mean, I will only say that in the era of social media, it becomes increasingly difficult for I think any chief executive to gain a consensus on anything because everybody now has an avenue in which to voice their opinion, and since everybody's opinion is valid, it makes it virtually impossible to gain some kind of a consensus that is not hotly contested by a good segment of the society.
Without any charges of any kind, simply based on the secret declaration that he was an enemy combatant, and to watch a U.S. citizen be imprisoned without charges based on this theory that the president could essentially exercise whatever powers he wanted against anyone.
Who do you think runs the world?
More and more the financial industry does, and that's an issue that we're all going to have to come to grips with.